All right, everyone. So I wanted to make a little brief video in preparation for tomorrow's class. So yesterday during our conference class, we did everything above this line. Remember, there was about the roofs groaning and the air resonating, not other than if all this other subjunctive stuff might have happened. And now we're going to pick up in line 672. And 672 is going to, remember, you always go verb hunting, audit here. And that's a syncopated form of audivit. So the V is taken out there. It's just like a normal syncopation or abbreviation. And it's she. So here, remember, the character that's going to be focused upon in the next several lines is Anna, who is Dido's sister. Remember, Dido had asked her to gather a bunch of stuff under the pretense that it was some sort of like magic, ceremony she was going to do, a ritual. But in fact, she was asking Anna to prepare things that Dido would end up using to commit suicide. So audit, she heard perfectly, meaning Anna. Ex animis, she heard ex animis, lifeless. Lifeless, meaning without like the soul dropped from her, the life dropped from her. Ex animis here is nominative singular. It's modifying the subject that's embedded in the verb. Same thing here with exterita. Okay. So like lifeless, she heard lifeless and exterita, terrified. By what? By the ablative. I'll highlight the ablative. By the trembling course. By the trembling course. Audiv, she heard. So obviously the last couple lines had lots of things to hear, right? It had, lamentation and groaning. It had the ululatu to hear. It had the plangoribus to hear. So obviously, she Anna heard, and it was ex animis, lifeless. If we scroll down here, ex animis, breathless is probably a better way, right? It took her breath away. The sound was so intense that she was breathless. That's a much better way to do it. So breathless and terrified by the trembling course, by the trepido adjective coursu, like course or path, meaning the path all this is going. She heard. Foidons, literally, like foidus as an adjective means like filthy, foul, disgusting. Here it's the adjective to make foul, to make disgusting. I like the definition of disfigure because it makes a lot of sense here with what's going on. The soror, the sister, lifeless and terrified by the trembling course, heard. Foidons, what type of participle? Present active. Presently, actively disfiguring her what? Ora. Again, very, very interesting. That's pluralized. She only has one face, right? And it's you see it up here, right? Os. It's the same thing that Dido had pressed into the couch. Obviously, we don't think that this is like a two-faced sister here. Might have something to do with needing the meter or whatever, but remember, Virgil pluralizes stuff in weird ways. It's just him being Virgil. So the sister disfigures her face, unguibus, with nails. She's scratching her face because she's so upset about her sister. And the foidons is again saying disfiguring her pectora, her chest. Again, notice it's plural, right? It's plural. Her chest with pugnis, with this is an ablative of means with fists. And here ablative means with nails. Ruit, what does she do? She rushes. So again, it's very strange that he uses the word here with its really active sense, and here it's like as if Carthage or Tyre might fall. But here it's the Anna, it's the sister rushes presently actively through the middle through the middle of maybe it's the middle of the comites and the attendants. She runs through the crowd, right? Ak, and calling out, and she calls out klamat, indicative verb, and she calls out, she shouts morientem, the dying one, the accusative direct object present active participle. She calls out the dying one. So this is Dido, right? The one who is presently actively dying. So again, just like kind of a clean translation. We can talk about it tomorrow in class too as well, right? The sister, soror, right? That's the subject. I think I said it was embedded. I guess you could translate it as embedded in the verb, but I like the soror being expressed. The sister, breathless and terrified by the trembling corse, heard. The sister disfiguring her face with nails and her chest with fists, rushes, ruit, through the middle of things, through the middle, and calls by name, nomine, shouts out nomine by ablative name, morientem, the dying one, meaning Dido. Let's scroll up. We'll just do a couple more lines, so I'm not gonna drive you too crazy here. Hoc illid Germana fuit Germana vocative. Right? She's calling out to her sister, right? So this is vocative. It's equivalent to soror. It's a synonym, right? It's like saying sister or sibling, right? And it's an interesting thing here. She says, was this that? Was this that? Or was that this? So meaning, was what she was asked to do for Dido this? So I think I tend to interpret this as the illud being nominative and the hoc being nominative as well, but the illud being the nominative subject, hoc being the nominative predicate nominative. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, but I think because of the hoc in the second part that we'll see, maybe it'll make more sense. Was fuit, was illud, was that this? Was that illud, referring to all the stuff she was asked to do by her sister? Was that hoc this, meaning, this funeral pyre that she's looking at, this suicide that's in process here, right? And fuit is just the perfect tense of sumese. And then a question here. And again, remember we saw earlier there's no like interrogative word here. There's no na. But obviously it's punctuated so we'll just translate it as questions, right? Were you seeking petebas? Were you imperfectly, actively, indicatively asking me, seeking me, begging me, like petition, fraude, by deceit, by means of ablative deceit? So this is the ablative, right? And this is the accusative, the subject being in the verb, the you in the second singular, right? Were you seeking me by fraud, by deceit? And then this second part here, we'll just do up to here. Okay. We'll do up to there. Okay. Rogus, rogus, very important word here, means pyre. Pyre, funeral pyre. So it's like a very ritualized thing that you use to cremate bodies, light on fire, somebody's death, right? Again, Virgil here has the verb parabant, and it has are as a subject, ignes as a subject, and rogos iste as a subject. All those are subjects. So were this pyre was that pyre iste, modifying the rogos, like it's iste, it's like the negative form of that. Was that pyre preparing was that ignes were the flames and alters preparing. Hoc, this accusative thing, mihi, for me. Quid primum deserta querar. Querar means to complain, and it's deponent. And you can see that it's first person singular. It's first person singular future. Indicative, right? What first? Deserta, perfect passively, having been abandoned, having been deserted, shall I complain? Will I complain? About what first will I complain? So this is Anna again talking about her sister. And then the next part is a question with the NE here. Sprevisti. Have you spurned? Have you spurned your sister as a comitem, as an attendant, as a friend? Have you dying, moriens, spurn your sister as a comitem, as a friend, as an attendant? All right, I'm going to stop there. I don't want to make these videos too long. And obviously we can review this tomorrow in class, maybe do a few more lines. Stay safe, wash your hands. I'll see you 5th period tomorrow. Stay well, my Virgilian scholars. Atque vale, atque bona fortuna. See you tomorrow in class, here tomorrow in class. Stay healthy.